Welcome back to the Flutter and Dart Academy. In today's episode, we're picking up right where we left off. We've already built the home screen of our Flutter News app. But when we tapped on a news article, nothing happened. So in this episode, we're going to implement the news article detail screen and make the tap interaction actually work. This screen will display the article image, title, publication time, full HTML content, and a smart Read More button that handles links gracefully across all platforms. Let's dive in. We already created the Detail News stateful widget in the last episode. This widget takes an article object and is responsible for rendering the full article content on screen. In this episode, we'll focus on building out the UI inside its build method. Inside the build method, we'll start by returning a scaffold, which gives us the basic screen structure. Next, we'll add an app bar to the top of the screen. This app bar will display the title of the news article and automatically include a back button to let users return to the previous screen, usually the headlines or hot news section. Now, because article titles can sometimes be very long, we need to handle text overflow properly. We'll set the overflow property to use an ellipsis so that if the title is too long, it gets truncated neatly with 3 dots, instead of breaking the layout or pushing other elements out of place. This keeps our UI clean and readable, even for articles with long or awkward titles. Before we build out the rest of the UI, let's make sure we can actually reach this screen when an article is tapped. In both the headlines section and the hot news grid, we'll update the on-tap logic to use Navigator.push. This allows us to navigate from the list or grid to the news detail screen, passing along the selected article as a parameter. With this in place, tapping on any news item will instantly open the detail screen, just like you'd expect in a real-world news app. Now let's start building the main layout of the screen. We'll wrap the body in a safe area to make sure our content doesn't get hidden behind things like the status bar, notch, or navigation gestures. Inside that, we'll use a list view so the entire page becomes scrollable, especially useful when we have long content like article text or images. This gives us flexibility and keeps the UI clean on all screen sizes. Let's start by showing the article image at the top of the screen. We'll use Fade in Image Asset Network to load the image with a nice fade effect and wrap it in a hero widget so that the transition from the list screen to the detail screen feels smooth and polished, just like a native app experience. Of course, not every article will have a valid image URL. To handle those cases gracefully, we'll display a local placeholder image whenever the image fails to load. This keeps our UI consistent and avoids showing broken image icons or blank spaces. Right below the image, we'll show the article's original published date. To keep things clean and consistent, we'll use the ENTL package to format the date time into a simple and readable format. Something like 2025-06-14. This helps the user know exactly when the article was written, without any clutter or confusion. It's a subtle detail, but important for building trust and giving context at a glance. Next, let's display the article's title in a way that really grabs attention. We'll use a bold text style with a larger font size to make sure the headline stands out clearly on the screen. This not only improves readability, but also helps users quickly understand what the article is about, especially when they're scrolling through multiple stories. The title acts as the main hook, so presenting it prominently is key to a good news reading experience. To make the article feel more timely and relatable, we'll also display how long ago it was published. Something like 2 hours ago, yesterday, or even just now. This gives users a quick sense of how fresh the news is without having to interpret a full date. We'll use the Time Ago package for this, which automatically converts a date time into a friendly, relative format. It's a small detail, but one that really improves the reading experience by helping users instantly understand the recency of the article. Now it's time to present the full content of the article. We'll use the Flutter HTML package, which makes it easy to render rich HTML directly inside our Flutter app, including headings, paragraphs, links, and other styled elements. This allows us to deliver a complete blog-like reading experience without having to manually style every part of the content. It feels natural to the user, and it brings the article to life just like it would appear on a real website. At the very bottom of the screen, we'll add a full-width Read More button, a clear call to action that encourages users to continue reading the full article on its original source. To make it interactive, we'll wrap it inside a gesture detector, which lets us handle tap events. When the user taps the button, we'll launch the article's URL, giving them access to the complete version with all the original formatting, media, or extras. To make the Read More button work reliably, we'll first check if the article's URL is valid and not empty, just to be safe. Then, we'll try to open the link inside the app itself using Launch URL with launch mode in App Web View. This keeps users within the app and provides a seamless reading experience. But if that doesn't work, maybe due to restrictions on certain platforms, we'll automatically fall back to opening the link in the device's default browser. And just in case both attempts fail, we'll display a small snack bar with an error message so the user knows something went wrong. This smart fallback approach ensures that no matter what device or situation, users will always have a way to access the full article. And that's a wrap. We've just built a clean, scrollable, and responsive news article detail page in Flutter, complete with rich HTML formatting, smooth navigation from the home screen, and smart link launching that works across platforms. Now, whenever a user taps on any article, they're taken straight to a beautifully formatted detail view with everything they need to read and explore further. If you found this tutorial helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the Flutter and Dart Academy for more practical, hands-on Flutter content every single week. In the next episode, we're going to level up the experience by building the source detail screen. That's the screen users see when they tap on a top news channel from the home screen. Thanks again for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one.